Hello and welcome to another episode of Boldly Going, where we discuss various things Star Trek 4 series. I am Merlin, sometimes known as Joe, and I've got the film fanatics here with me today. I've got Dan over here and Justin over there.
How's it going?
And today we're going to be discussing Voyager, and what would be the name of that episode?
Heroes and Demons.
Now, because we were talking about it so recently, Justin, I have to give this to you, because we were talking about Beowulf before, and Beowulf kind of figures in heavily into this, as does the Doctor. So,
yes.
I am curious to see what you guys think, because in the fandom, this is one of those episodes that kind of has divisive opinions.
Okay,
fair enough.
No, I can see why. Strangely enough, before we started recording, Joe and I decided this is easily the most ironic Star Trek episode yet.
Yeah.
But so in keeping with the tradition of the Voyager lore, yet again, something terrible happens to Harry Kim.
Something horrible happens to Harry Kim.
I told you, my least favorite.
Worthless. How do you mess up, going...
He's my least favorite character on any Trek show we've seen.
He's a good plot point, I guess, to get stuff. Your least favorite.
Yes.
But he's such a nice guy.
He stinks on ice. I'm kidding.
But now,
continue.
Needless to say, it's yet another fun with the holodeck story, trying to interject Beowulf into it. He mysteriously disappears, and some of the Voyager crew goes to go find him, and his disappearance ends up linked to the notorious Grendel, which is not what we think it is, and it eventually becomes up to the Doctor on the ship to materialize into the holodeck and make things right. This was a weird episode. I gotta say that right out the gate. Because it was nowhere near as fun as when Next Generation went film noir, but it was nowhere near as quirky and engaging as it wanted to be. The thing that was entertaining, though, was I actually really did like the Doctor's arc in the story, and his whole quest for a name, nice callback. Harry Kim, yet again, had nothing to do. I almost feel bad because I don't think Harry Kim is necessarily a bad character. I just think he gets bad writers when he's the main.
Interesting.
I put in quotes the main focus, but
he's a good plot point, I guess.
Yeah. In this case, it's a literal plot point, but
he really is.
Doesn't really show up that at all until the very, very end. But
the whole plot is they have to save Harry Kim.
Yes, yeah. Which I'm sure is going to be the first of many adventures in the Voyager lore.
Mm-hmm.
But Doctor's arc is very interesting. The interplay amongst the medieval setting it wants to be Star Trek 4 silliness. It's not, and when they try and gun for humor, it's just awkward.
Mm.
Particularly when it's like, oh, tell us of your great stories, and the Doctor goes into this weirdly worded bit about his doctoral duties on the ship and just flies over everybody's head.
Mm-hmm.
Just doesn't work. But it does come together. There's a solid arc. I just wish it was, if you're going to go for camp, you need to commit to it in keeping with true TOS fashion. For me, I'd probably leave this one with a C+.
All right. Dan, I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on this one.
Well, I think it's weird that there's the Trek template, because this is not the first time, because the way we do this show, for you listeners, if you're not familiar, is we go through every week, we do episode 2 of TOS, episode 2 of Next Gen, episode 2, whatever, of the 4 main shows. And this is far from the first time where we've had the same basic plot line in the same month. So it's like, oh, we're up to episode 10 for Voyager. Well, what did Next Gen do for episode 10? Well, they had people on the holodeck in an imaginary thing,
yep.
Going back and, they were doing film noir. Well, let's go back further and do Beowulf for this one, but have the basic same plot.
Yep.
And they did. It blows my mind that we're talking about the same thing.
Well, take into account, Dan, this was before streaming, so 10 years after the fact, some Trek fans may have forgotten Okay, no, they
Yeah,
haven't.
right, because Trek fans are the most lackadaisical.
Okay, well, how about this?
Never forget.
Yeah, like, come on.
People that come into Voyager for the first time may not have seen it. They're
That's
attracting
true.
new fans.
Maybe.
New fans.
Maybe.
Standard. If it's not broken, don't fix it. But was it broken to begin with?
No, I think
No.
I think the Next Gen did it better.
They do.
This isn't as nearly as much fun, and the setting isn't even really as much fun because you only have the Doctor really going in and doing the thing to try and save everybody. Whereas in Next Gen, you had Picard was in there and Data and the hot woman, Crusher.
This episode, you did have Chakotay and Tuvok doing
But
stuff.
we didn't spend much time with them in there though.
Well, for the plot, I guess they really couldn't be.
True, which is, I don't know, kind of a flaw for me. I love the Doctor, though. Robert Picardo, great actor. Love whenever he shows up in anything.
It's his episode.
And this is his episode. So for that, I do have to give it a little bit of a higher grade than I probably would have. I think he has a nice arc. He has some good interplay with Janeway. And it's nice that, he's getting his first, real mission, which makes him very proud, and so I like to see that. So I'm with Justin. It's a C+ for me.
All right. Well, interestingly, I actually like this one a little more than you guys, but pretty much for the same reason. I actually really do like the Doctor's arc in this. I think Picardo's great. He steals the show, and as you guys know, he's also my favorite thing about Voyager, easily.
Yeah, mine too at this point.
Problem is, everything else about this episode is either bleh or stupid.
I know.
So it kind of... It mostly works for a camp and So Good It's Bad and the outer plot stuff, but the genuine arc, which you mentioned, Justin, is very good. I really do get sold with some of the drama with finding the name and some of the way that resolves towards the end, I think works well. But that's really the only thing worth it about this episode. So I'm a little above you guys with a B-.
Okay.
Because I just like that aspect so much. But it is,
respect that.
kind of a wobbly episode, to say the least.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
Picardo's the only thing that makes this episode really watchable.
No, if not, it'd probably be C-.
Oh, it'd definitely be D+ C- for me without him.
It would be hard, especially if they tried to interact the way they did. I think...
Yeah.
There's
Or if the roles were reversed and, he was in there and Harry Kim had to go rescue him. Oh my god.
That might have been hilarious, honestly.
No, it would have been the worst.
We could have seen him get impaled 1,000 different ways.
Well, I would like that.
Well, you'll
Never come back.
So much anger. Well, as we usually do, I guess we could go back to the last four. Who wins this round for the month?
I think it's the Cube for sure. For TOS.
The Cube of Death.
I mean, Next Gen was fun, but that TOS is such a classic
Core
episode.
Maneuver is a great episode.
Yeah.
I know you. Hey, I know you're angry about it, but it is a great one.
But I gotta say, I think I had more fun with the Next Gen holodeck episode.
All right, cool. It's because of Bailey.
Well, yeah, I mean, I kind of figured he would say
It's
that.
not even that. It's
the Next Gen one was good. It's not like it was a bad episode by any means. If it was up against a normal TOS, I would probably agree with it. But
well, to be fair, I think Core Maneuver is generally one of the higher rated ones. And like I said, the noir episode for Next Gen is a good one, but it's still season 1. So there's far much better Next Gen episodes later.
Well, yeah.
So you can expect that, but that's fine.
Give credit where credit's due is my point.
Oh, yeah, it was good.
It's one of the better ones we've seen.
Yeah. And what happened in DS9? Oh, bad makeup. Yeah, that's right. Generic villain.
Yeah, that happened.
That was
the worst.
Oh wait, this episode.
Yeah, probably
bad.
Voyager was the worst, but that Deep Space Nine one was not, especially after the Great one.
Yeah,
with Nog.
Great Nog.
Yeah, the Great Nog episode. Yep.
The Grand Eggs. That's true. Quark.
Yeah,
Quark's always the man. All right, guys. Well, leave your comments. Let us know about some episodes that are coming up, and we're gonna
Star Trek Beyond.
We're gonna see Star Trek Beyond too. So, I guess we'll probably be uploading that separate if we do a review, and I'll be doing it on my channel as well. So
sure.
You'll probably get a couple different videos about that. So definitely check that out and let us know what you thought about that too. And we'll be wrapping it up. I'm gonna say goodbye, and you guys can say goodbye.
Yep. See you next time.
Till then.